When I first came up with the idea, I was a service manager at Hells Bay. Right around the time that these GPS guided trolling motors started coming out, suddenly these polling skiff guys, they used to be anti-trolling motor, and all of a sudden that seemed like a really good tool with the spot lock and just the uniqueness of having the GPS guided trolling motor rather than having to kick it with your knee or constantly, having to use a tiller. So people that hated trolling motors all of a sudden wanted to get one. But where are you going to plug it into the battery? That was always the big mystery. Too many people said they didn't like the options. They didn't like the cords. They didn't like the plugs. Usually having to drill a hole in your boat that doesn't really necessarily have to be there. People started even bringing in fuel fills and asking me to put a hole there where they could run the wire down through the deck and then find a way to plug it, which was never ideal. It would leak water in your storage compartment and this and that. And you have a quick release under your trolling motor, but it's not really a quick release if you can't immediately take it off without having to deal with the wires that are plugged in the battery somewhere. So people kept asking me, there's got to be a better way. Can you come up with something? I thought about it. I said, well, we got the quick release bracket already. People are using it. What if we could just set that trolling motor down on there and it would plug itself into the battery and you wouldn't have to worry about any cords, or exposed plugs or anything like that. It started waking me up at night thinking about ideas, thinking of what could go wrong with that, what kind of plugs we're gonna need, how we're gonna keep it watertight, all the problems that might develop over time. And I didn't want to come up with an idea that wasn't gonna be foolproof. Probably took about 7 years of just coming up with ideas, drawing little sketches, thinking about, again, what could go wrong. You think you thought about everything, and then one day you realize there's another element that you haven't focused on. So with all that time, coming up with all these great ideas, usually when I was asleep, and it just got to the point where this thing was ready to build a prototype and get it on the water and get it tested. Find out if it's really as good as I dreamed up. And here we are 5 years in. No corrosion. Every report of corrosion I've seen or heard has not been corrosion at all. We haven't been seeing any corrosion. So we've got a more reliable connection. It's clean. The eyesores, people just got used to seeing that cord coming out of the back of the trolling motor. They'd just had to learn how to deal with it, or just don't look at it. You got this beautiful boat, it's your pride and joy, and you got this ugly wire hanging across the deck, Stubbing your toe on a plug on the deck, or sometimes stepping on it, even if you're wearing flip-flops or whatever, you step on that cord or something, it's not very comfortable, So it's just an ideal situation. I saw the AI generated overview of PowerPuck's reviews yesterday. I was kind of blown away how it said it's overwhelmingly successful reviews and how much people love it. And I love to fish, but I also love the fact that I'm helping other people have a good day on the water. That's what I really love about it, is that I created something that everybody can enjoy and have a better experience and spend more time doing what they love. So that's kind of a wrap of how PowerPucks was created. It was kind of out of a need for a select group of individuals at first that really wanted me to find a better way. And ultimately, I just couldn't be happier with the way this turned out. People's boats are looking better. They're spending more time on the water, less problems. Don't have to get up in the morning wondering if your plug is good or if you're gonna have trouble, using your trolling motor during the day. So PowerPucks is here to stay.